Hey, what's happening? It is Coyote back again with another $5 game review, and this week we are doing Profaner of Death. When you have a title like that, sometimes you just want to read it that way. It's a game available on Steam from Studio Zaki. I want to say that that's how you pronounce it, not sure. And it's described as a defy death itself. Face the darkness below and carve your own fate. This game is essentially Hearthstone meets Choose Your Own Adventure, which isn't bad, but let's get into it. First off, I think the concept is actually a rather cool concept. You choose your own adventure right here. You get to choose the path that you want to walk. So if you want to go up this path that has maybe more random events, or maybe you want to go down the path that's got more monsters, you get to choose that. All right, the game's not going to force you one way. You come to a few forks in the road. There could be a few more forks. I feel like sometimes you just get on one path and that's it till the end, which, you know, kind of felt lackluster, but I still enjoyed it overall. The graphics are actually really nice for it. I enjoy the models and the cards. Look, here's what I'm saying. If it looks like Hearthstone, plays like Hearthstone, and almost has some Hearthstone sound effects, it might just be Hearthstone. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Look, I'm not sitting here dogging on it. We all know that League of Legends is a ripoff of Dota and so on and so forth, things like that. They use the same art assets, and that's okay. Hopefully, Studio Zaki is going to come back in and update these and give them their own unique styles. I do like the game system, how it's set up, as you draw cards, you use them, and if whatever you don't use gets discarded, unless it's got a rule that says it doesn't. Now, there are certain cards that get the effect called exhaust, which means that, hey, they're gone for the rest of the turn. You'll get them back when you start a new battle. I thought that was actually a really cool way of like, hey, some of these cards have really cool effects. Well, some of the cards that had really cool effects, yeah, those deserve to be exhausted. Some of them are like, hey, we're going to give you 10 armor for a turn. Yeah, probably maybe not get that one exhausted. I don't know. That would be me. As you're choosing your path, you get to choose whether you want to go fight monsters, big boss monsters, or have like a random event. And the random events are kind of cool because you can choose to do evil or good. And I don't want to say that this is a bug because I'm not sure. It may be. But sometimes if you play through the end, you die, and you start over, you can't choose the same event twice. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's an intended effect, but regardless, I just thought it was cool. Like the random events are kind of cool because maybe you want to be a bad guy. That's how you want to go save your sister, which is the essential story of the game. You get that. And sometimes doing bad actually has a better reward than doing good, and sometimes doing bad is just being a bad person and bad things happen, and that's okay. It's nice not to feel pressure, too, while you're playing this game because your health resets at the end of each battle, so you don't have to worry about playing too defensively. If you start getting mollywopped at the start of the game, you're going to be like, all right, maybe I'll just back off a little bit. And that's something you can definitely do. Otherwise, you can just kind of start building into a more aggressive play style, which I want to get into that later. There is a good variety of cards. Now, at the first, you pretty much get, hey, I can make a single attack, or I can just increase my armor. My thing with the armor is it disappears after every round, and maybe adjust that to where there's cards that make armor kind of like more permanent, because you spend all this time building up to prepare for a big attack, and you only get it once, because a lot of the armor cards, they're just gone. While you're playing the game, as I mentioned before, it plays just a lot like Hearthstone, so you got to kind of like pick your mana and use it wisely. Sometimes you'll try and set up a really cool combo and you only got like 4 mana. And you're going to get different relics that are going to increase the amount of mana you have. Some of it will, if you use a card that has exhaust, then you'll get more mana, or if you didn't use all of it, that'll all build up. So just at the start of the game, you kind of got to like play smart, and then eventually you're going to just build that power, and it doesn't feel like you're running on E, essentially. I do want to talk some about these mid-boss monsters. These are the little, so you have the little monster fights, the bigger monster fights, and those bigger monster fights, I feel like some of the rewards were lackluster. Like, you're getting the same rewards as you would as a small fight, so you're like, why did I even choose this path? Just to kind of like almost die? There is one really cool boss towards the end of, I want to say it's the second level, where you fight this giant like 1,000 health skeleton, and I thought that was really cool, and I think they should go and try and do some more of that. Kind of have like these big, gigantic mid-fights, like everything converges down to a path in the middle, and then it spreads back out. And it would be really awesome to have like more monsters like that. I think that you can do something with these unique giant monster fights, maybe entice people to actually choose that path by making like the rewards. Like if you fight 3 spider boss, you get the card that summons a spiderling for you, and so on and so forth. I think there's really cool things that you could do with that. The game does try to tell you in its description that, hey, you can play the way you want to play. And that's cool if that's what you want to go with. But I was finding out the way that I like playing games is I am a poison kind of guy. I enjoy damage over time. My favorite Pokemon type is poison. I play Affliction Warlock. I love Assassination Rogue. I like the damage over time style. So that's the kind of thing I was building up. But that style doesn't work against the final boss because she just wipes away all the debuffs that you spent putting on her every turn. And you're like, And we're going to get to her in a bit because I got some words for her. I feel like there's a certain set of cards you have to have, and maybe there just needs to be a rebalancing of it, and it'll come out the way you want it to. Let's talk about the camp options. There are several times that you can just stop at a camp, and you have one of three options, and I'm going to be honest, they all kind of suck. Camp options, you either gain 10 HP, lose a card, or just leave. That's it. Like, okay, hey, I got to this camp and you want me to lose a card. Now, I did draw a curse card, and I wasn't sure if I got to play that curse onto somebody else. When I chose the option to get rid of a card, you can't back out of the menu, and I'm okay with that. Like, hey, look, I picked this option, I'm stuck with this option, but make your options at camp kind of feel like they're worth it. Maybe like a permanent gain to mana. 10 health increase is okay, or maybe something else. Like, I didn't feel that losing a card was really worth it, and the 10 HP honestly wasn't worth it either because the build that I had at that time, I was gaining so much armor per turn that I really didn't need that. Hey, it's Future Coyote here, and I was playing again over the night last night, and I did make an observation that if you get a curse card, that is a good reason to use the, hey, get this card out of my deck thing, depending upon the card you get. I still think that camps kind of could be updated to have more options, but just wanted to throw out that I was wrong and wanted to get that on the record. Bosses definitely need some balancing as well. I feel like if you don't get certain relics, because every time you defeat somebody, you have a chance of getting one of the unique relics that are out there, and that comes from some of the bosses, and I've also gotten a couple off the minor enemies. I just didn't feel like I had the right set, and I tried fighting the final boss twice. I actually had 2 good runs, and I built them. I built one way, kind of more defensively, and the final boss just stomped me into the ground. She has a crap ton of health. It's like 4,400 health, and by the time I got her down anywhere, she had a total of like 3,800 health. Yeah, and then I fought her again, and I got her down to like 2,800 health because she just clears away your debuffs. I feel like something needs to be adjusted. Either her mechanics where she gets to wipe away all of her stuff, or the cards need to be adjusted, because you can't tell me I get to play this game the way I want to play it, and the way I want to play it doesn't work in the end, because the boss just every turn she would just be like, yeah, I don't have any debuffs anymore. And honestly, I gotta tell you, I think that Profaner of Death is a good game. I just don't think it's worth its price tag. I really don't, all right? For $4.99, that's what I paid for it. I'm not seeing it. I think that there's definitely replayability in it, but I don't think there's going to be that much replayability. It's not like other games where I've actually gone back in and I've played several hours of because I enjoy it. This one, I think you're going to play a couple of rounds through and you're like, all right, I'm good. I think if you cut the price tag in half, that's going to be it. So for a $5 game, because it's $4.99, I did get it on sale, full disclosure there. I just don't think it's worth it. But anyway, that is it for me, Coyote. I will catch you next time on another $5 game review. If you want to try Profaner of Death, there is a comment down below with the link in the description. And I want to hear from you. Have you tried it? Will you try it? What did you enjoy about this video? What did you not enjoy? Tell me in the comments below. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, give it a liking, and I'll catch you next time. Till then, have a good one.